thank you, Attorney General Hildreth, for your leadership on this issue. It's such an important one, not just to Iowa and Nebraska farmers, but farmers all over the country. And appreciate the partnership that we've had with Nebraska, because one thing that we do as Attorneys General is we fight for what is right for our states, for freedom to enforce the laws and Constitution, but also to make sure that we are protecting agriculture, because we know that our farmers feed the world, and we are very blessed in this country, and very blessed to live in this part of the country where we have such great land where we can grow so much. And I was elected at the same time as General Hildreth, so we've been able to do some things together. And one of the things I did in my office was to have a Farm and Freedom division that works on just these kinds of issues, working for agriculture. And we've had some great partnerships for renewable fuels, for holding California accountable when they go too far, and the EPA, but also being able to team up on some of these issues. So I really thank General Hildreth for his leadership on this. It's so important to our farmers. And I know that because I was born and raised on our family farm. My brother is a 7th generation Iowa farmer, and today my husband and I, we don't farm, but we live on the family farm my grandpa had in the house that my grandpa built. And so I know personally just how important agriculture is, and it kind of tells you something when, in order to keep on farming, farmers need a lawyer to stand up for them against regulations. And I'm very glad to be able to do that. I'm the first lawyer in our family, and glad for my ag background so that we can go and fight for agriculture and fight for our states, particularly here in the Midwest. You know, we know that farmers grow food for the table and fuel that keeps us going. And we know that, well, just look at rural America and look at all of the great opportunities that we have because of agriculture and because of the value that provides, not just to the country and the smaller towns, but to our cities. It's so important. We know America absolutely depends on farmers. But I know glyphosate was around when I was a kid. It's been around that long as a tool for agriculture, but a lot has changed since I was a kid on the farm. Where we now have red tape and regulations and mandates, and other states trying to make it difficult for Iowa farmers to farm. I think times have never been more uncertain for our ag community from a regulatory perspective. And we are working as Attorneys General to sow the seeds of freedom for farmers and to make sure that we are standing up for agriculture and for rural America. You know, the rule that we're concerned about that California it really puts some misleading labels, and it interferes with the system that we have in this country. So we're asking the EPA to set things straight and to make it clear what the labeling should be, and not let, quite frankly, not let other states tell farmers how to farm or have an impact on farming. There is no way that a state like California should tell a farmer in Nebraska or Iowa how to farm. It's not their business. And it's not their place as far as the law goes. So, you know, we know that glyphosate controls a lot of different types of weeds. It's an important tool. Kevin Ross, who's here, who's an Iowa farmer from Underwood, can give us some details on that. We know what an important tool it is. We know that we need it. We also know that it helps with some things that are really important, not just low-cost food and fuel, but it also helps with things like erosion, right? We don't have to have the tilling that used to be used commonly decades back. Instead, we can have no-till practices, which are great for conservation of the land. And one thing that we know about agriculture and farmers is farmers really care about the land. We live on the land. That land's been in our family, and we intend to pass that on. They take good care of the soil, and good practices and good tools are a big part of that. We also know that having some good tools like glyphosate also means that we don't have to use as much of a chemical as we might otherwise have to use. So there are a lot of good reasons to have this. You know, we intend to continue to work on these issues that affect agriculture, and I really look forward to what lies ahead for this partnership between Iowa and Nebraska and all of the states that are willing to stand up for agriculture. And let me just say this too. If we don't stop it now, I also think the glyphosate situation, that is just the tip of the iceberg. There will be other things that states like California try to do to tell our farmers how to farm, and that future will make it very hard for farmers to be able to grow their crops, which is what it's all about. Food does not come from a grocery store. It comes from a farm. And if you got it and you're eating it, some farmer somewhere grew it for you. And we have to make sure that they have the tools that they need to be able to do that. Just want to end with this. I know General Hilders and I are very blessed and appreciative to get to serve in our roles and be defending agriculture. And please know this, as long as we are Attorney General and we are able to serve our states in this way, we will always be fighting to defend America's freedom to farm. Thank you.